Mapagpalang araw po sa ating lahat. Muli ako si Emmanuel o Alejandre. Ito ang aking daily devotion ngayong May 1. So I would like to welcome all of you to another month wherein we will dive deep onto the depths of the characters of the Bible. And once again, I would like to remind each of you that these devotions are inspired by the devotions made by Russell Ocampo. So I implore you to support them on their YouTube channel, no, if you happen to cross upon mine. So, unang-una, before we get on to our topic, I would like to read to you First of the Kings chapter 14 verses 1 to 11. So at that time, Abijah, don't be confused, son of Jeroboam became ill. And Jeroboam said to his wife, "Go disguise yourself so you won't be recognized as the wife of Jeroboam. Then go to Shiloh. Ahijah, the prophet, is there." So, Abijah, with a B, bonus, beta, is the son of Jeroboam. But Ahijah, Hydra, H, is the prophet that told Jeroboam that he will be given 10 cities. No? So, take 10 loaves of bread with you, some cakes and a jar of honey, and go to him. He will tell you what will happen to the boy. So Jeroboam's wife did what he said and went to Ahijah's house in Shiloh. Now Ahijah could not see. His sight was gone because of his age. But the Lord had told Ahijah, "Jeroboam's wife is coming to ask you about her son, for he is ill, and you are to give her such and such an answer. When she arrives, she will pretend to be someone else." So when Elijah heard the sound of her footsteps on the door, he said, "Come in, wife of Jeroboam. Why this pretense? I have been sent to you with bad news." So, this is actually very fascinating. Unang-una, Ahijah, the prophet, was blind when the wife of Jeroboam came to his abode. But even if he was blind, God warned him that the wife of Jeroboam would come to him. So he knew his recipient. Talagang napakagaling ng ating Panginoon. Because that is a sign of omnipotence that none of us could ever have. Only God. So, let's continue. Chapter 8, I tore the kingdom away from the house of David and gave it to you, but you have not been like my servant David, who kept my commands and followed me with all his heart, doing only what was right in my eyes. You have done more evil than all who lived before you. You have made yourself for other gods, idols made of metal. You have aroused my anger and turned your back on me. So, unang-una, God catches Jeroboam's attention through the sickness of his son. So, nagkaroon ng sakit si Abijah. I'm very sorry. Kaya, nagkaroon ng mas klarong opportunity para makipag-usap kay Jeroboam. Now, nakuha na yung atensyon ni Jeroboam dahil nga sa pagkakaroon ng sakit ng kanyang anak. Pero hindi siya natuto dun eh. Sinuway niya pa rin talaga yung Panginoon. So sabi ng Panginoon, "Because of this, I am going to bring disaster on the house of Jeroboam. I will cut off from Jeroboam every last male in Israel, slave or free. I will burn up the house of Jeroboam as one burns dung, until it is all gone. Dogs will eat those belonging to Jeroboam who die in the city, and the birds will feed on those who die in the country. The Lord has spoken." So in this certain scenario, we can see that God brings judgment upon the house of Jeroboam. Why? Because Jeroboam chose to disobey. He was not forced. He may have been influenced, coerced, but he was never forced. So it was still blasphemy. If not blasphemy, idolatry. both of which are very wrong and what we should avoid in our lives. But worry not, because God shows mercy to Abijah by taking his life in peace. So, si Abijah, the son of Jeroboam, the one that actually has done many negative things, no? Actually passed, and he passed away because it was part of God's plan. Imbes na madawit pa siya sa kung anong kahirapan yung haharapin ng Israel, hinayaan na lang niya na makuha yung kanyang buhay upang mapasama siya sa ating Panginoon. So, there's a lesson to be remembered here. First off, remember that all we have is entrusted to us by God. Whatever it may be, physical, material, political, whatsoever, it is all entrusted to us by God. And those decisions should not be haphazard or impulsive. They should be in accordance to God's will. How can we know that? Through the Bible. So follow God with all your heart without reservation. Ibig sabihin, kung may kaya ka pang gawin para sa Panginoon, gawin mo na. So seek God while He may be found. Otherwise, judgment will follow. You know, we have a very short lifespan. We will most probably not experience a lot of um, background in our lives, because most of it is being replaced time and time again with globalization. But the one thing that we are sure of is that God is with us. So seek God while He may be found. Otherwise, judgment will follow. Because time is limited here on earth. And every time wasted is every single time you can't get back. Yan lamang po ang aking daily devotion. Maraming salamat sa pakikinig. Pagpalain po tayong lahat, and let us all give glory to God.